Alright, what is going on everyone? My name is Ace and welcome back. Here's another special video on Arknights. After such a long time, basically like 4 days or so, but 4 days is the last video, but a bit more since my last Arknights video. We're back here and with some pretty interesting news. Normal ones, not the most interesting ones, about the banner that dropped just today, which is not the bagpipe one, this one. The display operators rate up, where we have MOSTIMA and HOSHIGUMA to rate up, and of course the featured 5 stars are Blue Poison, Manticore, and Sora. We'll be talking mostly if you should do the guaranteed steps for these. Like, you definitely should have been summoned for bagpipe unless you don't want her, but if you should be summoning for this or not. Now, at first I should say directly you shouldn't, because there's that one operator that's right around the corner. There's two 6-star operators that are right around the corner. Pretty soon, maybe next month, we're getting one of them, and after 2 months we're getting the other one, which are of course Phantom and W, and they're coming pretty soon. They're pretty damn good, so it's mostly your choice if you want to summon or not. If there's like a waifu and stuff, or if you really want one of these units, go for it. I'm nobody to actually go ahead and stop you, so like tell you don't summon, but I'm just going to recommend to tell you what these units do if you should really have them and you really need them. Now we'll be hopping over to Ace ship and we'll be right back. Alright, so let's start off with the main girl, the main one on the banner. The figure are the one that shows mostly on the banner, which is MOSTIMA. MOSTIMA is an AoE caster that's been out for a pretty long time. Not that long. I'm pretty sure she was out on the when Contingency Contract first released, CC1. That's when she came out, I'm pretty sure, yeah. And this is basically her. She's an AoE caster. She has attacks of support and crowd control, and of course AoE. Trust access status is attack plus 105, and her base skills are mostly based on where you want to use on the clue section. Clue collection speed plus 10% becomes easy to obtain clues. So, talent, skill aura caster. We're going to be checking out at E2 level 1, not potential 5. Movement, skill aura caster. When deployed, all ally caster operatives SP recovery speed plus 0.4 SP per second does not stack with similar effects. Okay, so she just upgrades their recovery speed. SP recovery speed. That's cool. It's like, so is it for all operators? Yeah. Also, this does not stack with similar effects, so she doesn't have a range, I'm guessing, because Tolopis does the same, but it's mostly for units that are in her range. I'm not sure how correct I am over here, but she seems pretty good. It's just sad that it doesn't stack with other ones, so if you already have MOSTIMA, it won't stack with the other ones. It'll just work differently. Then her second talent, she will gain on E2. Movement speed of enemies with an attack rate minus 15%. Now what I know, yeah, she's an AoE caster. She works kind of like a supporter, which slows down enemies. That's cool. It's pretty okay. Then skill 1, which you won't really pay attention to, attack plus 60%. Skill 2. Now this is pretty interesting. It's skill 7. This is skill level 7. Stun all enemies within attack range and deal 120% damage to them every second. So she stuns all the enemies in her attack range for 6 seconds, and she does 120% magic damage to every one of them for every second, which is like 6 seconds totally, you could say. Isn't that like 720%? I guess so. Yeah, she starts with an initial SP of 17, SP cost of 56. Then if you take this to like Mastery 3 if you want to, really, just upgrades by 20%. It gets 1 bonus attack. Cool. And she starts with more SP. I doubt you're getting this one, because there's this one. It's pretty good skill, because she stuns everyone. She just starts doing a lot of damage to them. But it's pretty damn okay. Now this, if you've heard of that one operator that everyone just finds overly busted and everyone just said it shouldn't have been in the game, Silver Ash, yeah, this is a skill similar to that. Increase attack range. Attacks chain to ripples and spread outwards. Attack plus 60%, talent 2 effect increases times 3, so she slows them times 3 more, which is like minus 45%. Attacks push the target back with a small force. Okay. So if you put this operator facing upwards or on the opposite side that you're like, the enemies shouldn't pass by. I don't know the name, but the blue cube thing, that she will just push them back. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. And if we raise the skill 7, because I forgot, attack plus 120% pushes them back by a small force. Initial SP 62 and lasts for 24 seconds. Yeah, just so you know, MOSTIMA is pretty good. But there's one negative. If you have Angelina, which she's pretty damn good, and if you have I forgot her name, Fiala, you won't need, I'm pretty sure you won't need another caster. On your main team, you would not need another caster that's AoE or single target, because Fiala does both. Yeah, she's a single target caster, and when she uses her skill 2 or skill 3, she goes AoE mode. And her skill 2 is very common. Like, you can get that pretty damn easily. So if you don't have Fiala and you need a really good AoE caster, if you didn't have Skyfire, let's say for example, and you've been stuck with Lava, this is good. She's good. I will say that she would be like, go for it. Guarantee you should summon for it, because at the end of the day, like, there's better casters coming out, and there's better chances for you to summon for a unit that you really need. So yeah, is she great? Fantastic unit. I really like just by seeing what she does. I might be overrating her over here. Like, she has like literally Lavos range. Yeah, she has only Lavos range. She's the typical AoE caster. I already have Skyfire, so I don't think I would need MOSTIMA. Kind of waifu, but like, I really want to save for W, because that shaft on Backpipe, man, I didn't expect like to get shafted that badly. So yeah, Hoshiguma, the girl herself, the defender. And what Hoshiguma is, she's that one defender that you're only going to need late game, very late game. I'm talking about very late game. Like maybe chapter 6 or 7. Like, I even use Quora at chapter 5. I'm using her still at chapter 6. And I haven't had a use for Hoshiguma. Hoshiguma's level 1. I pulled her and I haven't maxed her out. I know she's pretty good because I'm maxing her out on JP. But man, she only becomes useful way later. Because yeah, you have pretty broken skills like this. Return the damage dealt to her by 50% to enemies, and it goes to 80%. Defense plus 21%, and then you go to skill 3. Boom. Wait. Yeah, there we go. Attack plus 95%, defense plus 60%. Duration 60%. Slice all enemies one tile ahead using her shield. Basically an AoE defender. She just AoEs everyone. So it's pretty damn good. Gain 12% physical and magical block. At E2 it goes 25%. Pretty good. Then you got special tactics. When deployed, all allied defender operators gain defense plus 66%. Not 66%. That's good too. But you also have Quora, which raises a block because Quora is more on the defensive, really defensive side. Which I'm pretty sure Neon does too. If we can check over here, like Neon and Hoshiguma are very similar, almost scarily similar. Yes, they do some pretty different things, but here stops attacking enemies. Of course, staying defense plus 60%, block count plus 1. Every time she's attacked, inflicts plus 50% magical damage to the attacker and silence them for 3 seconds. She literally does both what Quora and Hoshiguma does at the same time, except that she stops attacking, unlike Hoshiguma, which keeps attacking. And Hoshiguma's one is permanent, while like Neon's isn't. Because if Neon's one was permanent, and she attacked too, and Nya would definitely be the best defender in the game. If you remove the first part, defense, like starting directly, like defense plus 60%, block count plus 1. Every time she's attacked, inflict 50% magical damage to the attacker and silence them. Skill 7, of course. Yeah, but it's not, so like you're gonna have more use for Hoshiguma, I have more use for Neon. If you have Neon, I don't have Neon, I do have Hoshiguma, I've been using it more. I'm a different breed, as you can say. So yeah, skill 3, basically kind of the same, just it's a buff. But we're not here for Neon, okay? We're not here for Neon. Basically, let's go back to Hoshiguma. Her skill 3, Hoshiguma's skill 3, basically what it does is that it makes her more of an AoE defender, as I said, does a lot of damage, definitely. Her skill 2 is more of a counter, and it's a passive, so you're gonna have this on all the time. Like if you get to mastery 3, it's gonna be pretty damn good. So yeah, she's fantastic too for CC0, because if you use her second skill there, because you want to tank and you want your enemies to die fast. You don't want to do damage on CC0. Yes, her skill 3 gives her a lot of defense. Where is it? Yeah, her skill 3 does give her a lot of defense when skill 7 is 60%. But this is more worth because you're going to be giving back all the damage they're giving to you, which, as is known, is going to kill them. Like, you don't want to do damage to them because they'll be doing way more damage to you, which is going to be returning that damage. So yeah, then you have the feature 5 stars. Should use some for these units, my opinion. Even though I congratulated so much and said how good some of these are, still it's a no for me. Because yes, they're good, they're very good, but almost every operator of the game is very good. Almost. That's why I'm saying almost, because I don't want to pull up the all operators are good, but it's a doctor that's bad. No, there's definitely many uses for every operator. But it doesn't mean some operators are shit compared to others. So yeah, there's better versions of these units, and there might be coming soon more of them. I'm not talking about the 6 stars, of course, and Sora is very unique. Blue Poison, not really. She's good. That's all. I don't think you should really go into this banner. Maybe some for the guaranteed if you don't really care about saving a lot. I'm not personally. This is like the first guaranteed I've ever skipped. I'm personally going to start skipping them because I want to go back to that. Yeah, going like 4 or 5 multis in backpipe and a bunch of tickets and no 6 star. And this might be like, oh, if you got 5 multis and a bunch of tickets, should have gotten a 6 star. Well, 2 different accounts, of course, JP and Global. And my JP account was my phone was recorded when I was selling on JP, and it was a pretty bad shaft. I haven't logged in JP in a while, so I'll be going back on JP and Global, working a lot on that. This is going great, but I think I've dragged this video long enough. I will be making more content, don't worry. I've been planning to do some Among Us content with some homies and friends, since there's not much content you can do on Arknights right now. And I'm talking about content creating, because CC0 is a lot of content, okay? It is a lot of content. I'm just talking about content creating. And you know, there's not a lot of stuff content creating. I don't want to do guides on CC0 because I want people to come up with their own strategies. I personally have looked over some guides and stuff when I've been stuck on a level, but that's all. I've reached series 12, and that's about it, I think. It's not like I'm going to end it over there. I'm going to go harder and deeper, of course. But, of course, risk 12 is the max I can do right now. I'm trying to beat a bunch of missions so I can unlock more risks, and then I'll probably do risk 18. I'm just trying to think over a strategy that can help me over doing that. So yeah, that's mostly all of it. I'll close off here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, as always. If you did not enjoy this video, just like it. Pretty much, it's your own choice. I personally do not like doing this kind of content, because I'm not very experienced on it. I'm still trying to learn more of the game and using more of these operators, but as you know, I'm not a whale, and I don't have a review of single of these units, and I haven't tried them. So my opinion might not be very perfect. It's not like the word that everyone must follow. No, completely wrong. 90% of the time I'm incredibly wrong, and I'm very dumb. So yeah, I'll close it off over here. I realized this video way too long. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification button to not miss any single video. With that said, I'll close off here. See ya.